Hello, gang. Tom Bellamy here. So, as I promised, for anyone interested in the stems or the sort of behind the scenes stuff of the music that you hear, yeah, I thought it'd be fun just to go through some stuff so you can have a listen and see how it was put together. And yeah, maybe we can just start a nice little community here and share some knowledge. So yeah, without further ado. So Passenger, as you know, probably, it's an Iggy Pop track, uh, full of guitars and live instruments. And yeah, we wanted to deconstruct it completely. Um, I love deconstructing songs. I love listening to them, hearing what was put into it, and then pulling it all apart and kind of starting from scratch, really. Um, I guess with this one, we really did just start with the vocal. And of course, we had the beautiful Paul Mullen on lead vocals in this one. Maybe I'll start with the vocal. Um, I remember that with this track, I really wanted to go into it with production. So I remember using the Chaos Pad, which is this thing. I think it was kind of made famous by Tom York from Radiohead in Everything in Its Right Place when he's ready for your ear. That was a Generation One Chaos Pad, and we used that on this as well because I was really inspired by our good friend Jem Godfrey when he gave me back the mix sessions of and Solution of a Part. I was just flabbergasted by the amount of extra production that he put in, and it was so good that I didn't realize that half of it was there, but it was so subtle, but it brought so much to it, and I must admit, I was so inspired by it. I thought, right, that's it, isn't it? It's just real attention to detail. So I had loads of fun with this, just doing live passes. So Paul's vocal would just be running, and then I'd just be like doing these live passes with the Chaos Pad. So
I am the passenger,
you can hear
and I
all this kind
ride
of stuff in the
through the
background,
city's backsides.
and
I
it goes
see
through
the
the
stars
whole
that come out
track.
of the sky.
That's all
See
on
a
the Chaos
bright
Pad.
and hollow
And
sky.
yeah, and then once
Over
I'd
the
done that,
city's ripped backside.
I kind of wanted to do
And
that with the rest of the
everything
track as
looks
well.
good tonight.
Everything's got a little bit of pixie dust on it.
And we said la la
Like
la la la.
every line is kind of different. And then I thought, oh, that'd be great to just add that to the whole track actually and just see how crazy we can go with production. So beats wise, it's pretty simple. Um, it's kind of just a very solid foundation for everything else to kind of go crazy on top of actually. Um, I guess the interesting thing about this beat is on the backbeat. Yeah, I'd put like a sort of a tambourine and sort of a crash sound. It sounded like someone was just like dropping glass. And I thought that was really cool as like as a backbeat. Made it quite interesting. And then that and the bass is, I mean, there's sub in there, which you might not be able to hear on laptops or phones, but it's just a real solid foundation. It's not complicated at all. And you got the triplet hats there, just like lolloping along. Um, so everything else on top could just go crazy. And the sub you can hear there, maybe it's got some of this like this bending. It's got a bending nature. It's quite wonky, and I kind of got into that as well. I wanted stuff to be wonky and weird and feel a bit dizzy and drunk. The start of the track is very beautiful and orchestral and I was in an orchestra when I was younger, and I learned a lot about arrangement and different sounds, and I thought I'd give it a go to try and stick all my knowledge together with all these different parts. I just wanted to put everything in there, all different instruments. Let's have a listen to the start.
See the bright and hollow sky over the city's ripped back.
Yeah, we've got woodwinds, we've got strings, we've got trumpets. And I just absolutely loved it. It was just so me, this track, because I just love orchestral stuff. Like I said, my history I was in an orchestra, I was in a wind band, I was in a swing band. And then just mixing that in with this more sort of modern, I guess it's industrial, isn't it? Very dirty sounds, everything's going through. There's so much going through distortion in this track. Yeah, so you've got this like beautiful orchestral stuff, which is nice and clean, which is just, I guess, which it comes from the beginning where everything just sounds lovely, and you think, oh, this is so beautiful, and then all the dirt comes in, and everything kind of dirty and waspy. Like, what's this? Waspy Juno. Yeah, stuff like this. It's just like a little bit of glue in there, which you take it out and it's kind of nice and clean. You stick it back in and it's like waspy. And then all these really cool rhythmical pad sounds. It's really nice to try and give everything its own sway and own rhythm, just to give the track momentum. Otherwise, because at this speed it can get a bit slow, you want things to be given a bit of energy, And again, the production on this, loved it. When I found these sounds, I just thought, wow, that's so interesting. I had a plugin. I did this quite a long time ago, and I've actually lost the plugin, and I can't remember what it was called. But it was so cool just to put this piano through it and just do, again, loads of live passes and pick all the best bits and, kind of stick them together. This is the main piano part, and underneath you've got the effects. And I love building like a harmonic picture as you go through to bring out emotion. I love it when tracks kind of stay on the same note for a while, and then they just start to take you elsewhere, especially with like bass changes and chordal changes to bring out emotion. So that kind of happens in the second part of this track. There's more of that chaos pad. And now the chords really take you elsewhere, like really bringing out the emotion of the vocal there. Really making you feel fully emotional. And Paul's vocal just pouring over the top. And this is interesting. I heard this earlier. I'd forgotten I did this. This is, the start. We've just got Paul being all lovely and beautifully Paul. He's such a joy to record. Amazing. He's one of those singers where you just stick a mic in front of him, he does a few takes, and that's kind of it, really. And then this bit at the end, I decided to join in. Go full David Bowie. So many cool sounds in this. Yeah, I love it. And all these different effects is just, oh, just pixie dust the whole way through. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I put the whole track through the Chaos pad because I was just having so much fun doing it. And the stems really are, they're just a joy to listen to. Like, and I kind of achieved what I wanted to achieve. It sounded epic. It sounded like very filmic, very textured, but also just very hard hitting. And Damien did such a great job on the mix. Trumpets blaring at the end there. Sort of a bit of a dubstep feel almost at the end there. And that's kind of that really. I think I'll leave it there because I'll be really interested to hear if you guys want to know anything more about it. But super proud of that track. I remember when I did it and I couldn't stop listening to it. I came out of the studio, I'd just be walking around the block listening to it again and again and again. Just so happy, just really in the zone, just so passionate and in love with music. And yeah, it's a joy to share it with you. So let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I guess I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So the next track's going to be called Daring to Begin, and we'll share it with you in a couple of weeks. All right, all the love in the world. See you later.